What's up, nerds? This is Jason BitBender Brink, and I am here for Ahead of the Game episode 16. This week is going to be a little bit different for several reasons. First, we're not going to have an interview today because I've been super busy and haven't had a chance to do one, and because I'm off site right now working on some of the film stuff. I don't have all of my nice little equipment and buttons and lights and things like that. So it's just me and a camera and a computer and Paul, the unfailing guy who makes all of this actually work. So it's going to be a little bit different. So there will be no interview. There will be an extended AMA portion of things because we know that the people have a lot of questions and we want to handle those. I'm going to be taking questions for our AMA in the Gala Gold chat, and it's really only going to be in the Gala Gold chat. I may pop over to YouTube a little bit, but mostly in Gala Gold because, again, I only have one little tiny itty bitty laptop screen right here, and I can't have all of the nice things in all of the places. So, with that said, we will dive right in, but make sure that you like, subscribe, and follow. I don't even have my little buttons that make the cool things show up. I have zero confetti right now. It's terrible. I don't know how I'm going to survive. But anyway, so go ahead and do that. We also have breaking news. Last week, there was a sinister kidnapper threatened to harm not me, BitBender, BeakBender. If the community couldn't solve the riddles in time. The community was victorious, and they caught the kidnapper, who turned out to be none other than Nephilim Haas. Honestly, you guys may have been surprised by this, but I wasn't. This makes sense. This checks out to me. And let's see here. BeakBender is safe and sound, which makes me extremely happy. Now that there are no chickens currently in danger, the Vox team is working on reviewing the audition submissions of the casting for the upcoming trailer. Here is some of the behind-the-scenes footage of that progress. And there it is. Is there something? Huh. There's a little something going on there. That looks a little bit off to me. Some sort of something there. Anyway, we'll go on. Moving on from there, we're going to head straight into talking about some other ecosystem updates. The first other major update that we have. Lost my tab. Oh man, I'm using one of those little trackpad things on a laptop. It's just not the same, I gotta say. Okay, so there's some cool updates for Rep. The Gala Chain version of Rep has entered testing, so those of you guys who have been wanting to get access to it, to test it out, to try it out, hopefully for a select few of you that will be able to be done here pretty soon, but it'll be on Gala Chain, which is super, super important and super cool. Those of you guys who don't know, the Rep nodes are currently available for sale. If you go to app.gala.games, you will see a banner up at the top. Check that out. There's some really cool things going on in that part of the ecosystem, and we will be you're going to hear a lot more of that about that very, very soon, and I'm very excited about that. Another bit of news, and this is some platform news in general. Credit card purchases are still down for the website. Basically, the third-party provider who provided that decided that with the increase in credit card purchases that were coming through, they're in the process of ramping that down anyway, and so they just decided, we're not okay with that right now. So we are currently in the process of migrating to a new provider. Hopefully that can be done pretty quickly. I don't want to make any promises about exactly when that will happen, but it is a P0 priority for the platform team right now because it is super important. Gala Chain, some cool updates for Gala Chain. Currently, there's about 70,000 users hitting Gala Chain and 6 production channels. You can think of each of these as kind of their own blockchain. The Spider Tanks channel is running at 3.6 million blocks so far, which I think is pretty cool. The Asset channel running at 3.3. Music channel, 404,000 blocks. Champions Arena just kicked off, has 40,000 blocks right now. Poker Go at 21,000. This is super neat to be able to show all of these things running concurrently and side by side. You could almost think of every single one of these as its own L2, which I think is super, super cool. It doesn't quite work like that, but I think that that's not a terrible way to look at it. Okay, and then a final ecosystem update before we jump into the good lord, a lot of game news. I haven't been home for much of this week, and I have been because we're doing this offsite right now where we're working on a lot of the tokenomic structures around film. I haven't been paying much attention to some of the game updates, but good lord, is there a lot to talk about? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do this. There's two things that I want to do. Most of you guys know, there have been some lawsuits that have been filed between two of the founders of the company, Eric Schiermeyer and Wright Thurston. Eric filed a lawsuit against Wright, making a bunch of allegations. Wright filed a countersuit against Eric, making some other allegations. I just have two quick statements that I would like to read here. One moment. Okay, so we've got the first one from Eric that was posted in Discord. Really quickly, he says, by now you've heard about the lawsuit and the countersuit. I have an issue and decided there was only one way to resolve it, but here is what you likely want to know. 1. Operations at Gala continue as is, and there is no change. Number 2, we have a fiduciary duty to the company, and that means we will do whatever needs doing to continue the business. 3, there is no imminent threat of someone rug pulling. I refer you to the massive 20 billion Gala burn we recently did and the multi-sig wallet in place for company token holdings. We have a ton of games, music, and film projects coming out. While this was happening in the background, we continue to build and grow. So that's the first thing that I would like to do. The second thing that I want to touch on really quick, and I'm just going to read it. Sorry, I can't do the camera and reading thing at the same time. Again, with the suboptimal setup. And this was a post posted to Medium from Blake Walker, our general counsel. She says, Dear Gala community, we wanted to provide you with an important update regarding recent legal developments involving the founders of our company, Blockchain Game Partners Incorporated, also known as Gala Games, Gala Music, and Gala Film. On August 31st, 2023, a derivative shareholder lawsuit was filed by Gala Games co-founder and CEO Eric Schiermeyer against Gala Games co-founder Wright Thurston and True North Investments LLC. Subsequent thereto, a lawsuit was instituted by Wright Thurston against Eric Schiermeyer. A derivative shareholder lawsuit is a legal action filed by a shareholder on behalf of a corporation to address perceived wrongs committed against the corporation. These litigations undoubtedly may engender inquiries and apprehensions within our community, but we assure you that the Gala community has our unwavering commitment to transparency and accountability throughout this process. In accordance with the principles of justice and due process, we must allow the legal process to unfold in its entirety. As an active case, we are legally restrained from making public comments or speculations concerning the ongoing litigation. We want to emphasize that this legal process is primarily a dispute between the founders and does not involve the company in any substantive way. We are confident that Gala is well positioned and will remain unscathed. Gala will continue to thrive and achieve sustained success. We persist in our dedication to ongoing innovation, crafting remarkable games that deliver joy and entertainment to a global audience. Our film projects advance with enthusiasm, and we eagerly anticipate forthcoming releases poised to captivate audiences. Furthermore, our Gala music artists continue to thrive, churning out exceptional and unforgettable music that resonate with listeners. Our unwavering commitment to innovation, creativity, and our cherished community remains undiminished. We pledge to keep our esteemed stakeholders appraised of developments as these legal actions evolve, and we remain dedicated to addressing any inquiries or concerns that may arise in the course of these proceedings. Your ongoing support is the lifeblood of our enterprise, and we eagerly anticipate sharing further exciting updates and milestones with you in the forthcoming juncture. We extend our profound gratitude for your invaluable participation in the Gala community. Yours sincerely, Blake Walker, General Counsel. Okay, so with those two pieces out of the way, I know that during the AMA portion of this, there are going to be other questions that people have. Some of them I may be able to answer. Some of them I may not. I cannot and will not comment on specifics within any of the filings because that would be inappropriate of me to do so. So, and this, by the way, personally, is not a thing that I like because I like to talk and like to be very transparent with you guys. So, but that said, the legal process does have a certain way that things have to be handled, and I have to abide by that. So, with that said, let's dive. Hold on, I'm going to poke my head into Gala Gold really quick and see how people are doing. Okay. Le Faust, Gala Chain, hopefully wallets. What Vox News do you have? Do I have BitBender yet? I don't have BitBender yet, unfortunately, which is makes me sad. But those of you guys who are watching in the Gala Gold channel, go ahead and let me know and get your questions ready. Just start dumping questions in there if you guys got them. And I am going to go ahead and hit some of these game updates because, like I said, there's a lot of game updates. Okay, where'd we go? Oh, Le Faust, I don't know if you heard that. 70,000 users currently hitting Gala Chain. So I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, game updates. Spider Tanks. There's a weekly stream scheduled for Tuesday the 12th at 11 a.m. Pacific, so make sure that you're ready for that. And also make sure that you check out some of the news regarding Earl Sweatshirt and Spider Tanks. We're doing a pretty cool drop for the people who participated in the Earl Sweatshirt drop, so check that out. Got an update for Townstar, and this is something that is personally very close to me. I know that you guys, there's been a really interesting thing with the community where you guys think I hate Townstar. I don't hate Townstar. It's just not my style of game, okay? I want to be very, very clear. I think it's a really cool game. It's just not a game that I'm particularly good at. I'm really awful at it, to be fair. And those of you who have seen me on stream playing Townstar know that I'm awful at it. So, I've been, well, first, for starters, there's a regularly scheduled AMA tomorrow at 8 a.m. Pacific. I've been working with the Townstar team and some of the econ team on some really, really cool updates for you guys. We are getting closer and closer and closer to the return of earnings in Townstar for people who are playing, as well as people who are operating nodes. And I think that you guys are going to be very, very happy with that. So hopefully within the next few weeks we can release that. For Mirandus, and I need to go and bring this up so I can actually see what's going on, because one of the weird things about this is that oftentimes when I talk about stuff on ahead of the game, I don't even actually see it until it actually comes up on the screen, which is weird, but absolutely true. So I need to make sure that I have the screen up so that I can see what's going on when these things come through. So there was a very, very cool AMA that took place for Mirandus yesterday. There's a fireside chat. There was amazingly cool previews and work shown off. There was updated rendering, AI behavior, projectile systems, visual FX, and conversions to a more data-driven system. More creatures were shown along with more environments being tested. You guys can see some shipwreck stuff there, which looks really cool. There is a goblin art refresh in process right now. And there is art, and more art that you guys can see. So I'm just going to watch these things come through. What is that? That is some sort of cool... I don't even want to speculate on what that is, but that looks amazing. And that, by the way, is a Dragon Familiar. So if you've got those Dragon Familiar cards, that's what eventually that becomes. So I don't have all of them. I need to get some, but that is what that'll be. And oh, here I am back now. So there's no more Miranda stuff. Got to go back to my notes. Oh no, what have I done? I clicked on the wrong button. Okay. Poker Go. There is a new sweepstakes that is live with a 200,000 Gala prize pool. So pay attention to that. Check that out and play. It is available to be played in a lot of different places. Not all of them, unfortunately. There's a few areas that are geofenced for regulatory reasons. But if you are in one of the areas that can play, please do give it a shot. Try it out. Poker is one of my all-time favorite games. And yeah, so that's definitely a cool thing. The next update that I have here is for Champions Arena. We are currently approaching, I think, about 100,000 downloads, if we haven't exceeded that already. And if you haven't had a chance to play Champions Arena yet, give it a shot. It is so cool and so fun. So that's definitely something that you will want to try. And we've got a... wait, what did you say, Paul? Paul just said something. For Champions Arena? Hit it, then. That's not Champions Arena. This is Eternal Paradox. What are you doing to me, man? Wrong game. What are you doing, Paul? Oh, gonna need to get the. That was like several things down. What's going on? We had the note in the wrong spot. So there is an Eternal Paradox update as well that we're going to share with you guys. And how about, you know what? We can go ahead and do that. We'll just run the Eternal Paradox video. This is a video that shows the purchasing and placement of land. Oh, wait, don't go, Jaehoon, come back. Once this video's done, I'll introduce you. They can't see you yet. They're just watching a video. But this is the purchasing and placement of land in Eternal Paradox. So this is definitely something that I think is cool. And you can see that there's a few different things. There's purchasing, there's season leasing options, which I think is really a neat thing and will make the game a lot more dynamic and allow a lot more people to flow in and out through that. So I know there have been people who have been asking about Eternal Paradox, and so that's a big thing here. Let's see, this should be almost done. Ooh, working on doing some mining, setting your tax rate, so other people can come and use this. I don't want to make too many speculations about exactly how all of this works because this is one of those things that I haven't personally been able to be a super close part of, but I'm very excited to see this happening. Okay, awesome. And oh, here we are. This is Jaehoon, guys. Just wanted to introduce Jaehoon to you. Jaehoon is one of our crossover strategists. He works very closely with the absolutely amazing Layla Steinberg, which you guys have probably heard, who's done some amazing work in the music and film space. She is absolutely amazing, and Jaehoon comes over from her team. And you did a thing with Gala Music, didn't you?
Yeah, we did.
He did a thing. He does stuff. He does stuff, and he is here working on some of the tokenomics and whatnot. And oh wait, we have some other person. Who's this guy? I don't know who this guy is.
Pizza delivery guy.
This is the pizza delivery guy. We have a pizza delivery guy here. I don't know what he's doing. He looks like he probably doesn't do any work, slacker. So as you can see, we're getting a lot done over here, which is good. I actually hold on. Wait a second. I'm going to do this. I'm going to turn my camera, and you can see people whiteboarding over there, but you can't see what's on the whiteboard. So, sorry guys. Okay, and hold on. I'm going to mute myself for a second and ask a question, and I'm going to have to cover my mouth so nobody can see it. Yeah, okay, cool. So I got some cool stuff I can tell you. I have Blake here as well. If you want to stick your head into the camera, we're here working on. She's doing the fix the hair thing. This is Blake, and Blake is our general counsel and is absolutely phenomenal. And I just checked with her, and I want to, and I'm going to watch her as I say this, and she's going to wave at me if I say a thing I'm not supposed to say. But we have finalized the deal to save Legends Reborn. I'm getting a thumbs up. Legends Reborn has been saved. It is being brought internally, and we are going to be developing it as a Gala Games property. And I got 2 thumbs up for that. So those of you guys who've been worried about Legends Reborn, you don't have to be. We're taking that over, and we're going to make it happen. I got to go over to Gala Gold and see if I have to see what everyone thinks about that. So that's I think that is going to be something that people are happy about. Yes, I'm seeing lots of fireworks and clapping, and it makes me very, very happy to see that. Shadow Knight has been asking me about this every single week. Every single week he sends me a message on Twitter, and he's like, Jason, can you please, can you tell me it's saved? Can you tell me it's saved? And I keep telling him, I can't, man, I can't. We're working on it. I'll tell you the same things that I have told everybody here. But now I can confirm that that has been saved, and we are in a very good place for that. And so that makes me happy. Let's see here. And oh, you can see everybody eating pizza behind me. Nice. Let's see if you guys can recognize. Got Jono back there. We got we have a good bit of the team here working on a lot of this. Okay, so let me go back to my notes here. Okay, we have some. Well, we were talking about Champions Arena approaching 100,000 downloads. If we haven't exceeded that already, I don't actually know. I don't have the exact data on that. The next thing that we were going to go to before the Eternal Paradox sideways movement there is Last Expedition. In Discord over the weekend, we had a really cool biome leak. So I think that Paul's going to be able to show a little bit of that. I have some. Are we showing a little bit of that, Paul? I'm still seeing me. Oh, no last expedition images. My bad. Okay, there was biome leaks, so if you want to go to our Discord and check that out, you can, and you can get to it galagames.chat, and it's really really cool looking. So I highly encourage everyone to do so. Some news from the team: there's a new release candidate build. This will be distributed on our platform and also on Epic, so that's going to be a cool thing. You will need a Gala account to play. You will also need an early access playtest token. Now, those of you who purchased nodes will have those early access playtest token bundles. You will be getting actual early access. That was Eric again. That pizza guy, just wandering around with plates and stuff. You will be getting early access playtest tokens that you can get out to people. This is about 15 to 20,000 playtest tokens in owners' hands, and each of these owners will then be able to go in and bring their friends into play. We're very excited about this, and this will all be on Gala Chain. So I think that we will see some pretty cool stuff, and I look forward to being able to share some of the statistics on that. We have been testing the playable the playable portion of the build extensively. This was the build that we showed at Comic-Con, and it was played by Bait a couple of weeks ago, which the video for Bait has been posted to YouTube, and hopefully you can check the show notes for this and be able to pull that up. It'll be in the description below. The build goes live. If all goes well this week, the build will go live next week. And there will be promotions, AMAs, and playtests with the community. And I look forward to playing this because, as you guys know, Last Expedition is one of my all-time favorite games. And so that brings me to the end of our game updates portion. Oh, there's a Tweety AMA next week as well. So make sure that you guys hang out for that because that's going to be pretty epic. Okay, so we've got, it's going to be on Wednesday the 13th. Do we have a time, Paul? I'm watching him type this into our show notes right now. At 3 p.m. Pacific. So make sure that you check the calendar for that. Okay, well, with all of that said, there is a bunch of questions that I'm sure people have. So if you are in Gala Gold, and Paul, if you could DM me the link to the YouTube, please, that would be super cool. Oh no, never mind. I see it from Doug Sunny. I got it. I'm going to go ahead and mute myself so I don't have to see this. Oh gosh, I hate hearing my own voice. I really hate hearing my own voice, it's kind of unfortunate that I have to spend so much time speaking about that. Oh hey, who's that in the background? Huh. There was a guy in the background. I don't know if you guys saw him, but you should probably pay attention to the people that are wandering around back there. I can't stop them from being behind me. I apologize. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and answer some questions here. I'm going to hit questions in Gala Gold first. And then I'm going to go hit questions in YouTube as I can. Let's see here. Where did these questions go? Let's go to where we started. Okay, showing Nephilim's true colors. Um, Okay, so this is from Web3 Gaming TV. In regards to rewards being based on a percentage of revenue, is the Gala given as rewards essentially bought from the market and then distributed, or is there a pool of Gala it is pulled from? It really depends on the specific instance and the specific terms kind of surrounding the game. So if it's an internal game, an entirely internal game, then we would probably be using our own Gala as part of that pool. If it's a game that is done in partnership with a third party, because of the way that the rev share agreement works, that pool may be coming from the sales from that particular title itself, because there's different terms in each of these things. Let's see here. Any ETA on shipwreck chests? No. Cold storage for Gala Chain, that would be awesome. So one of the cool things about Gala Chain, guys, is that it's actually using the same basic key structure that you guys are using. So it's essentially using your Ethereum key and then unlocking the Gala Chain address um, with your transfer code. So if you have everything that is locked on a cold storage device, then as long as transactions can't be confirmed on without that cold storage device, then you're basically it's locked. Let's see here. Classy is mad. Why are you mad, Classy? I don't know why Classy's mad. He's here to protest against injustice, that he keeps bullying people on spider tanks. Okay. Herb and Derb asks if we've hit 100,000 for Champions Arena yet. If not, how close are we? I'm not entirely sure. And have we fixed the locking of all heroes when you lock one yet? I don't think that has been fixed yet. Again, I haven't had a chance to even really play over the last few days, which is frustrating. Um, when Poker Go UK, that I do not have an answer to. I am sorry. Let's see. Uh, what are we doing? Way to go, Paul. Faust asks, "What is my favorite game genre?" That's a great question. I enjoy strategy games a lot, like Civilization. Benefactor and I play Civilization 6 all the frickin' time, or we used to. We haven't had time in a long time, but we used to when we first started all of this. Smiling Monster says Bene lost weight. Yes, that was Eric. Um, let's see. Am I in Asia? No, I am not. What is the greatest video game of all time? I would say that, and there goes Jaehoon. I would say that the greatest video game of all time that I've ever played is probably Final Fantasy VII, the old version. I played a little bit of the new version, and it wasn't everything that I wanted it to be. I think, though, that like all art, video games are art, right, for starters. And it is impossible to remove art from the context in which the art was consumed, if you will. So when you play a video game, that video game has a tremendous amount of impact based on the other things that are happening in your life or the world around you at that time. So for me, Final Fantasy VII, I played when I was a teenager. I was probably unsurprisingly a remarkably awkward teenager, and so Final Fantasy VII just had a lot of impact and meaning for me. There have been so many other games that I've enjoyed and loved over the years, and but in terms of story, that was probably the best. How many beers are in the fridge? Zero. This is pretty much a dry house. There's some kombucha. I don't know if that counts, or kombucha. I don't know how to say it. Kombucha? I think it's kombucha, right? Um, so Legends Reborn. That's when I started talking about Legends Reborn. Town Crush. Oh shoot! Yes, we have a Town Crush. I don't. Warren. Warren has saved Town Crush. So that is still moving forward. All of that is signed, sealed, and delivered, and he's working on that. We will probably have him on for an interview with the head of the game next week is the plan. Warren's very interesting because he's um, both a developer and a member of the community, and he's working on Town Crush as an independent project, which is something that I'm super stoked about because I loved playing that, as did a lot of people. So that's definitely something I'm looking forward to. So there's that. Um, Godfather Thug, which I've never seen you around, man. You're new, so or at least new to me, unless you've changed your name from something else. So welcome. I'm very happy to have you here. Will there be a message box so players can chat with one another? He's asking about poker. I'm not sure. I don't know what the plan is with that, but I know that this is specifically something that we've talked about for Gala Friends, having a messaging app that runs across games. So that's a thing. And then there's some questions. He says the game is great, awesome professional design, still a heap of polishing to do with the game. So hold off for any marketing to the masses till the players' feedback are heard. By the way, I'm a Node founder owner of many years, so I want this game to be perfect as I play poker, so it's a dream come true. Awesome, man. That makes me super happy. And yes, there's always polishing to be done. One of the things that I think is interesting is that when you first launch a game, people always hold it up to the games that have been around forever. So if you were to compare this to like the World Series of Poker's game, you're going to have a somewhat different experience. But the World Series of Poker game has been around for like a decade, and they've been polishing and polishing and polishing and polishing forever. So I think that that's going to be something that you will see additional polish on and constant and never-ending improvement, which is something that I make happy, or that makes me happy. Let's see, what other questions do we have? I have a bunch of questions from people here. When's Superior PvP with VP? I do not know. When Last Expedition owner playtest next week is the idea, assuming that everything goes forward. There is always the chance, guys, that something happens and stuff has to slow down a little bit. But yeah, that's the plan essentially. And we got the link. Um, Uh, Sigard, I like your question, but I can't say that live right now. Blue shirt guy just double dipped. Wait, hold on. Are you seeing? Let's see. Hold on. I have to go back and look and see what you guys are seeing on my screen. Oh no, you're not seeing. You're not seeing. There's a very interesting conversation happening at this table right here, right now. Okay. Missed the top of the show. Where am I? I am at an offsite. I'm working on a bunch of film stuff and a bunch of ecosystem stuff. So I'm very, very happy to be here, and it's going to be very, very, very cool. You guys are going to love what's going on. We've got another. We've been meeting here for the last few days with directors and with people that have been working on the basic proposition, and it's feeding in a lot of the stuff that I've been working on for a really long time and recording in connection with all of this. So I'm super excited about. Someone link Moo to the biome leak, please. It's in the general announcements. We need a Total War Crusader Kings game from Smilin' Monster. I agree. Absolutely. Final Fantasy VII is life. Let's see. The Final Fantasy VIII card game was cool, but in terms of in-game card games, I think the best in-game card game that I've ever played is Gwent from Witcher. I would play Witcher for like days just to wander around and play Gwent. Um, let's see. Are you currently discussing what will happen with Witchboard NFTs? Gala Film has been quiet recently, and a lot of people are wondering what will happen with the upcoming titles aside from Razor. I don't know. That's a very good question. Darkus asks Townstar node updates. Yes, you should see a roadmap. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, within the next week on that. Let's see. Oh, we got the Final Fantasy VII Sephiroth thing. Can I discuss updates on Rep? I actually did, Crypto Runner. I briefly touched on the fact that Rep entered into the QA phase on GalaChain this last weekend, actually. So that's a thing that I'm super happy about. My wife and I are still holding, this is from Moo, are still holding Galaverse tickets for December 22. Any idea when we will be able to use these, or there will be uh, be able to swap them for something? I do not know, but I am sure that at some point in time you will either be able to use them or swap them. I just don't know when that is. Um, LeFaust, I can't talk about deals that have not been announced, and even to say like yes or no, because I honestly don't know what is going on in every single area of the business. So there may be things that I don't know about, so I don't want to say no and then piss somebody off, or say yes and also piss somebody off. So I just really can't. I can't comment on a lot of that. Okay, so let's see here. Did I tip the pizza guy? No. But the pizza guy was also my boss, so I feel like, that doesn't work. Okay, let me hop over to YouTube. Let's see what people are saying. Better than Zoom meetings? Yes, it is better than Zoom meetings. Uh, I played Eternal Paradox when it was just released as a test. When is it coming again? Soon. Very soon. Dubstep Rod points out that Eternal Paradox is supposed to release before the end of the year. Mark, I'm banned from Gold. Help you. I don't know why you're banned. Feel free to send me a DM on Twitter at BitBender Brink if you would like. I do read them and respond. So, I'm not knowing the context and just randomly in a YouTube chat, I can't just randomly help somebody named Mark. Need need more context. Any updates on The Walking Dead? There will be a stream on Wednesday, the 13th at 3 p.m. Pacific. That is a Tweety The Walking 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Damn it, I got it wrong. Thank you, Paul. I was doing that from memory there. So make sure that you hop in there. There will be updates there. I do not have them here, unfortunately. Francisco Fuentes asks, should we be worried about the lawsuits? I am not worried about the lawsuits, guys. And this is one of the things that I think is really important that people understand. At Gala, this pretty much has very little to do with Gala the company or the people at Gala. This is primarily a lawsuit between the two founders and the two major shareholders of the company. They're doing their thing, and it doesn't really impact any of the other stuff that's going on at the company in any way, shape, or form. So everything else just continues on as it has been. So that wouldn't bother me. Got Francisco also says he owns NFT real estate in Echoes of Empire, Legacy, Tweety, and Spider Tanks. Any updates that you can share on any of those? There's some stuff about Spider Tanks that I talked about. Echoes of Empire did a big AMA with them not too long ago and interviewed one of their guys, and they're doing some really cool stuff. I don't want to give a timeline on that, but there's some really, really cool stuff happening. Legacy, I am not allowed, like, so there, I got a message saying that there's a thing, but I can't talk about the thing until they say I can say the thing. But the thing is going to make you happy. That's what I can say. Um, okay, let's see. Mark asks, again, should we worry about the two bosses fighting in court? What will it mean to Gala's token holders and various platforms? So we've talked to a lot of our partners. Obviously, the first thing that you do when something like this happens is you make sure that everybody understands the actual context. Unfortunately, what tends to happen is that you have certain people who will make videos ranting and raving and screaming and taking kind of a weird slant on things for various reasons. Not going to go into all of that, but basically, long story short, it doesn't really impact any of us. Now, in terms of token and things like that, that's in large part based on what people think, the sentiment, right? And so the biggest thing that if that's the thing that you guys are concerned about, make sure people understand what we're actually doing and that this doesn't really have an impact on us. Sebastian asks if I'm hungry. I am hungry. I can smell the pizza. Smells amazing, guys. Let's see here. Will Gala Film work with Netflix? That I don't know. That I do not know. Let's see. Okay, guys. So we've got that. Oh, there's what is going on? What are they eating? Oh my goodness. There's all sorts of things going on out there. I'm so jealous. Okay, 15 minutes. I got 15 minutes. Whoa, why is my laptop dying? What's going on? Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I was having a computer thing. Um, is Neff here? He, as I know, recently kidnapped a voxel-based chicken, and so we don't need him here causing problems. Sorry, Neff. I appreciate you. Okay, let's see here. Any news on Coinbase? No, I have no news on Coinbase. Whatever Coinbase does is entirely up to Coinbase. We're obviously here to have conversations with them if they would like to talk, to do whatever is necessary to give them information. But at this point in time, um, it's entirely up to them. Let's see. Team Digital asks if I've played some Legacy. I have played some Legacy. And can you ask the Champions Arena team to sell single minting scrolls and gem packs that are in denominations that are more useful? I would like that as well. I have already, put a thing through on that, but again, it's not up to me. It's one of the things also, by the way, with working with third parties is a lot of times they get to kind of do some of the things that they want to do the way that they want to do them. We can't always inform that. And let's see, what do we got? Uh, Glitchy camera. We're getting a glitchy camera. Hold on. Let me go look at my glitchy camera. Why is my camera being glitchy? Oh, it is being glitchy. Why is it being glitchy? Oh no, is it overheating? No, it shouldn't be. What's going on? Is it okay now, Paul? I think that may be a bandwidth issue because it looks fine on my side. Okay. Sorry, it's a bandwidth thing, guys. My bad. This is one of the downsides of being remote and not having all of the amazing, plugged in stuff that I typically have. Um, okay. LaFaust says, oh, this is more of a proposal. If an NFT is stolen on Ethereum, has a restriction order so it can't be sold on OpenSea, will at some point there be anything that could be done in the Gala ecosystem to carry that kind of punishment? Interesting thought. I'd have to think about that. I'm not entirely opposed to it, but I also dislike the idea that any single entity has the ability to, like, say yes or no. The Zorro Gala. I absolutely love that picture. Thank you. Um, let's see. Any chance of assembling NFTs in Townstar in the near future? Yes, there is. Oh, come on in. Come on in, Blake. How's the pizza? Is the pizza good?
Oh, I had tacos.
You had tacos. There's tacos and pizza? What the heck? Okay. Yeah, we're still we're still going. We're still going. We got another 15 minutes. Um, okay, let me go back and pull some more questions from people.
Am I gonna wreck your stream if I do the dishes?
If you do the dishes, yes, you would absolutely wreck my stream. But we have a meme here. Do you want to see a meme from the Zorro Gala? This is worthwhile, Eric. Check this out.
That's pretty funny.
Well done, Zorro Gala. Well done. Um, okay, let me close that out. Let's see. Okay, what do we got? Ahead of the game, drop some alpha. Great work. Go Team Taco. That's right. Um,
You can talk about just the ground, common ground, 250 million users if you want.
can I talk about that? Oh, really? You sure? Did you guys hear that?
Josh said we could.
Okay. So I don't know if you guys are aware of this. Let me go ahead and I'm going to watch Gala Gold chat because I think that's going to be good. We are going to be bringing a project to Gala Film that comes with 250 million users and viewers. 250 million viewers. Let's make those users. And I don't know if you guys heard the name, but if you have not, I definitely encourage you to check out. It's Kiss the Earth, right? Is what it's
Kiss the
called.
ground.
Kiss the Ground, and the upcoming sequel, Common Ground. So those are both coming to Gala Film, and there's a lot more in sort of uh, that variety. So that's definitely a thing that you should check out. That's like a leak.
I don't know if we're going to bring Kiss the Ground to Gala. Definitely Common Ground.
No, no, not Kiss the Ground, but Common Ground, which has 250 million people who have seen Kiss the Ground, will presumably want to see Common Ground. So that's a pretty cool thing. And let's see here. What else do we have here? So people, I think, should be pretty happy with that. Let me pop over to YouTube again to see what other people are saying. Okay. How big is Gala in terms of employees? Man, you're right. It is so choppy on my side. I'm just seeing now. How big is Gala in terms of employees? Right now, Gala has 391 employees in 33 countries and 36 states. So that's pretty solid. And let's see, what other questions do you guys have? Hit me with the questions. Sorry, guys, I'm reading my thing. So got that. Let's. What are you
I'm
looking?
going to see if you can take a Cat 6 kit.
I can't, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I can't. I have this like little tiny super light laptop that does not take Cat 6 cables. Um, there you go. There's a lot of stuff going on with Gala Films, guys. There's other people here that I would love for you to see. There's some really cool stuff that is being done.
We can talk about Chuck.
What was that?
We can tell about Chuck's here.
I can tell him who's here.
Chuck?
Oh, well, I could tell him Chuck's here, but that would spoil it. Now they know that Chuck's here. Chuck Russell from Witchboard is here, guys. So we've been talking about that, and yes, Subspace. I do need to get the USB to RJ45. Absolutely. Um, okay, what do we got? What do we got? Definitely make sure that you check out the Walking Dead AMA and also the Spider Tank stuff, guys. There's a lot of cool stuff going on with Spider Tanks, and those of you guys who have been following in Gala Gold know that Johnny Gonzo likes to say that we don't talk about Spider Tanks enough, so I just decided to take this moment to talk a little bit more about Spider Tanks, because I think Spider Tanks is a very fun game, and it is something that I enjoy, and we definitely want to see it succeed. We are doing user acquisition tests right now on Spider Tanks, and hopefully, if we get to the point where we can get that out from behind the launcher, those will be even more successful. But there we go on that. Okay, guys, I think. Yeah, Chuck Russell. That's the Chuck Russell that we're talking about. What has Chuck Russell done, guys? Let's just go ahead and pull up Chuck Russell's filmography for just a second, because he's made some really cool, really cool movies that I've really enjoyed. So let's see, where is his IMDb page? I'm going to link his IMDb page in Gala Gold. So that's definitely worth looking at. Sparhawk, I'm glad that this is your first ahead of the game. Get your friends to come watch it. So let's see here. What we've got: Paradise City, Jung Lee, I Am Wrath, Fringe, The Scorpion King, Bless the Child, Eraser, The Mask, The Blob, Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. There's a lot. This man is extremely prolific, and he is here somewhere back there. So maybe he'll stick his head in. We'll see. But yeah, he's done a lot of really cool stuff. And let's bounce back to YouTube. I've read about a marketplace coming to Gala Chain. Is that going to come true? Yes, that is going to come true. Um, he did direct The Mask. Yes, Chuck Russell did.
Scorpion King, I think.
Scorpion King. That was the first. Scorpion King was one of the first Chuck Russell movies that I ever saw. What's my favorite Gala game? That's a really good question. I'd have to say probably Last Expedition. My favorite released Gala game is Champions Arena because I've been playing the ever living hell out of that. So that's definitely something that if you haven't played yet, you guys really need to play Champions Arena. Okay, so we're going to take the last few minutes here and how long do I think it will take the lawsuit to settle? You never know with these things, guys. It's one of those things that, and it has nothing to do with me and nothing to do with Gala as a whole. It's one of those things that could take years. It's one of those things that could be done tomorrow. It's entirely up to the people who are involved in it, which are not me or anyone else at the company, really. It's very much tied to just the two people who are involved. So let's see, what do we got? Can we get a live Champions Arena match real quick? Dude, I would love to. If I was at home, I would 100% do that because I can do that on my computer with my screens and stuff. Unfortunately, here I just have my little tiny laptop, and that's it. That's all I've got. I had a secondary USB screen that I think Subspace sent me, but it's not working for some reason. I don't know why. So we'll have to see about that. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and close it here because there's not going to be any tacos or pizza left if I don't go deal with that. But I wanted to thank you guys all for watching, for coming and hanging out and paying attention to all of this, and for being with us here as part of the ecosystem. I know, believe me, probably more than almost everybody, how challenging some of the stuff that you guys see popping up every now and then is. But we're here. We're not going anywhere. We're still building cool stuff. We're still releasing cool stuff. We're not going anywhere. Okay? So I'm very happy to have you all as part of this ecosystem, and I look forward to seeing the continued growth and success of this ecosystem. This isn't something that we have done just as a job. This, for all of us here, is a mission. Okay, and we're not backing down from that. And while I understand that people get afraid, they get worried, there's a lot of FUD, people say crazy stuff, we're still here, we're still going at it, we're still forward. So thank you guys all for being here, and I will see you guys all in the Gala Gold chat. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much. Peace. BitBender out.